because it's not the crazy Fousey that you were at the peak of that like people aren't just like you. But the reality is like, bro, you weren't that guy, the crazy guy the whole time anyway. But a lot of people fuck with you and they like you, respect you, and they want to watch your shit regardless. You just have to, keep fucking going.
I don't even Brad.
You don't even what?
I don't feel like I don't want to say it.
What are you trying to avoid?
Huh?
What are you trying to avoid?
Showing how bad I've gotten.
Well, why would you avoid that? You're human, bro. Like, it's a part of your life. Share it. Don't be afraid to share it. Like, yeah, like people want crazy shit, yeah, but like people are all just trying to fucking get the most out of their lives, man. And like you sharing what you're going through is like, yeah, maybe there's less fucking little bitch ass 16-year-old kids that want to hear it, but like there's probably still a lot of people out there who really want to hear it and want to understand it and want to hear from someone's perspective.
They've watched it my whole career. They've seen me go up. They've seen me go down. They've seen this exact depressive phase before.
Yeah. So what? But it's a part of your life, bro. You think everyone's successful, their life's just perfect, and it just continues an upward climb forever? That's not how life works, dude.
I know.
Nothing works that way.
I know.
No success is that way. So you can't hold back yourself from doing what's going to actually make you happy and make you feel fulfilled because it's not what it was or what it could be, or like you have to work on making that.
Is it crazy if I were to say I don't feel, and I'm not even just saying this just to say this, I don't feel enough now? Like with how much that's missing from me, that from what happened, of why like when the dust settled, when I walked through the other side of it, I just haven't felt enough. I don't have a lot to offer right now.
It's not crazy. It's normal, man. But like you not doing it at all and avoiding it entirely is not going to help you get back to that spot.
I almost never came. I almost never back to streaming ever again.
Yeah, I'm aware. I talked to you like fucking 100 times at the gym.
Yeah, like even today wasn't even a decided decision. It was like a last second audible, and I was like, like I've been stuck in the same way ever since the end of when I did Aiden's stream. I've been stuck in the same way for 2 months. I'm not coming back. I'm not gonna be able to do it.
So look at that option, right? What's the better option? To your audience, let your audience answer this. You are gone forever, or you continue to try to fucking show up.
Yeah,
which one would they want you to do?
Yeah,
think about it.
The ODs and the real supporters will obviously want me to be here. They're with me through thick and thin. They're gonna be here with me tomorrow when I'm at the gym and when I'm swimming in the morning to try to like David Goggins my shit out of this.
Yeah, but like all the other kids that you're referencing, not being OGs or whatever you want to say, is like, is your thing really G7 or are you just a bitch? You know what I'm saying? Like you have to look at it that way. Are you just gonna let your mind continue to keep you in a spot, or are you gonna actually work towards what you're about, the mantra? Like it's not you don't just show up there. You build yourself there, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got knocked down, get back up. That's what fucking life is.
I get knocked down and I get up again.
Bro, you got just nothing is completely upward. Nothing in life works that way, man. And I know you know that. You've learned that. So stop like letting that control what you do or what you don't do.
They're still saying Fousey told us the story.
Tell the story. Talk about like I want to hear what happened because we want to do the podcast. We still do it, but I want to hear what happened in there.
What you want to know? Like that's what I was
like. Okay, first of all, you went in there for what? 2 months?
I was no. So first I was in the first cipher.
And what was in there that was in the second or whatever? I don't even know how third. Like, what was the first one about?
The first one's like the one where if they pick you up off the streets, they're throwing you in there.
Oh.
Like severe.
Okay.
And I was in there.
Are there other people in there that are like in there for a certain like
Yeah,
shit?
yeah, and like
Got it.
more shit than I was going through, and like, my heart goes out for all of them, like some serious shit.
Yeah, I hear you.
Um, and that's the one where, and I think this is so hard for me to say is because I truly did have like an episode, and
Yeah.
I didn't know it until when I was leaving the second hospital that I was at, and that's the place where they had my IVs in for the CK levels to drop from 5,000 to 100. Um, I,
What do you say CK levels? What are you describing?
I think it's like your protein breakdown levels. Like when you run a marathon, it goes up.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, mine was at
Like is
five.
it
Mine was at five
like
thousand.
like a stress response almost?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was
Okay.
at 5,000, so I needed to have IVs in me for like I think it was like 5 days, 7 days until I reverted back to normal and can finally like they said there was gonna be like I was close to like a kidney failure. It was like fucking serious.
Yeah.
Um when I was there. But when I was leaving the second hospital where they had me there for, one of the nurses goes, "Oh my God, you're doing so much better than when I first saw you." I go, "What do you mean? This is the first time I'm seeing you." She was like, "No, when you were in the first hospital, you were yelling, you were hitting stuff, you were screaming, you were going crazy." And I was like, "What?" I didn't know any of that. Like literally, I had no recollection off any of that. And
And
then
they was it because of just the mindset you were in, or they were giving you medicine, or it was just what you had been through?
I had literally after the incident happened in the hotel room, I had like the stress broke me. Like I had just broken. I had gone like off the rails. Mind
So
you,
that yeah. Go
um
ahead. Yeah. Continue.
so and then when I called a friend when I was in the second hospital, and this is after my levels had settled and everything, and I was like thinking it was the first time I was calling him. He was like, "Yusuf, are you okay?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" He said, "Yusuf, you called me every day for the last 5 days, yelling about stuff, screaming stuff, telling me to do this, do that, and I didn't know what was going on, and I thought it was my first time that I had called him." So that's what made me finally recognize, like, holy shit, you went through a real episode. And what hit me after that as well is after I got out, because the whole time I'm thinking that I'm going home. I'm thinking that after the second hospital, um they're literally just sending me home and I'm starting the live stream again. And I was still like up. Like, you know what I mean by up? Like
Yeah.
I was still up when this was happening. And then I get on the phone call and I find out I'm to a rehab for 60 days. And I had already spent 15 days between the two hospitals.
So so you take medication in the first spot.
They give you booty juice.
They give you what?
Booty juice. That's the
The
like
fuck
the
is booty juice?
that's like the sedation medicine that they give you.
Okay. Well, do you know what it is consisting of? Is it like a antidepressant? Like what is it?
I should know this shit, but I don't.
Antipsychotic?
Well, it's like to sedate you, like down to like sedation.
Okay. I'm assuming it's not really called booty juice though.
No. That's just the name that they call it in rehab and shit.
Okay. And then you went to actual rehab
I went
spot.
to actual rehab and I didn't even know I was going. I literally found out on the phone. I was talking with my family because we were trying to figure out what was going on. And they were like, in order for the police not to like do anything or for anything to happen, you go to a rehab for 60 days.
Yeah.
And that's
And were you
when
like resistant?
No, I was so stressed out in the first two hospitals that I broke down crying and I was so excited and I was like, "Yes, thank God. I'm excited. Like I need this. Thank you." All this stuff and I'm just excited for it. And I go into the rehab and at first I'm like gung ho and I'm all sold into it and I'm like excited and they didn't I was the only person who they didn't allow to the gym and the beach and the outings
They were
and
like, "You're already too jacked," or
no
what?
Nah, they said they didn't want people taking pictures of me because of HIPAA violations.
Okay, I see.
So I didn't get to leave the campus I was on for the 60 days that I was there.
Yeah.
And I worked out at first, and I was like, I was still into the program, and I was still working on myself, and I was still confident, and I was still G7, and I was still like screaming during my workouts. But I remember when it happened, when I just gave up, when it literally
Well,
broke me, because I had gone in there and I was like super positive and stuff, but you're around a lot of people who are, some people are really suffering, and I had
yeah.
to listen to a lot of stories and hear a lot of things, and all of a sudden it's like I started, like it started rubbing off on me.
Yeah, taking in that energy.
Yeah, taking in that energy. Um
At the
and
same time, you're becoming more medicated as well, I'm assuming?
no, they have you on regular meds, just the regular meds that you should be taking, but it's not like you're not getting medicated anything serious.
Yeah.
Um and what were you addicted to? No, that's not why they sent me into the rehab. They sent me into the rehab to stabilize. Um you need more than meds? I know I do right now. And yeah. So I had reached a point, I remember, when I looked at my roommate and I had told him, I was like, yo, I'm depressed. I had remember feeling when I fell into the depression and what that felt like, the same depression that I'm in right now. And I remember the day and I remember the feeling. And it sucks so much because I've experienced depression my whole life and my audience knows this. And I've gone through depressive episodes every year. But this one, I could literally feel come on to me. The worst part about it is, what the fuck do I have to be depressed about? Like, for the first time in my life, I didn't leave the internet and everybody hated me and everybody was mad or anything like that. They were all happy and they were all excited and they all loved me in G7, and it was like at a high. I had the biggest streamers in the game vouching and backing me. Aiden Ross,
Yeah.
Neon, Sneeko. I had everybody like showing love and like backing me. I had a kick deal I have a kick deal like that was back then on the horizon, and it's like I can't even explain to you why I fell into this fucking depression.
Yeah.
I can't even give you the reason. I can't tell you. If you ask right now, Yusuf, are you depressed? I would tell you I don't know, and I still can't control it.
But let me ask you a question right now. Do you think you're depressed right now in this moment?
Extremely.
Hmm. So how do you plan to get out of it? Is the question then?
So the last time I got out of it, because what had happened was last year, I was in a 9-month depression after the Deji loss. The
Yeah.
Deji loss had happened. I had fallen into a depression and it beat my ass for 9 months. All of a sudden, I start going to the gym. I go to the gym for 7 days. I release a fitness app. I start getting my confidence back. I go on stream. And Nadeem was just gifting subs, gifting subs, gifting subs. So that forward momentum and that forward progress and the momentum that I was getting and building my confidence on, and further, like, I went from depressed and about to be bankrupt and all this shit to all of a sudden all this support on when I was on Twitch and the live stream going crazy and me gaining my confidence back, and that's when it drove me into what it drove me into. And it was like it was a a one of one type thing. It was like a miraculous moment. Everything that was happening for the streams, everything um that I was accomplishing, all the, like, it was a perfect blend. It was the perfect concoction. It was perfect. And that's why I'm so mad at myself for fucking crashing, doing, I didn't say Dean, I said Deem, and I didn't blame him. I said he was the one who was gifting the subs, giving me the confidence and the energy that I needed at that time. But to answer your question, so that's what did it last time. It was the stream taking off and being a success and me going to the gym. Now, I've tried to go to the gym and I look like I'm working out right now and I'm thinking, but you know how bad my workouts have been at your gym. So one of the first things that I told myself I was gonna do, I want to go through like a boot camp. I want them to see me literally go from, like, they've heard about my depression my whole career, but now they're watching me in it.
Yeah.
And they're gonna see what I'm going through, and they're gonna hear what I'm talking about. Like the conversations that I have with you at the gym, the conversations that I have with my cousin that's staying with me. It's like they see all that, and I plan to go to the gym, run, work out, swim, and then do a different thing every day to try to get out of it.
But check it out, man. I mean, here's the beautiful thing, right? Because like, there's no denying the fact that you struggle with, you know, for lack of a better word, mental health issues, right? And a lot of people do. A lot of fucking people in this world do, at one degree or another in their life, at some point or another in their life. And the cool thing is now you have an opportunity. Yeah, maybe it's not to get the craziest viral clips like you were doing before, which, you know, not that you can never do that again, but you have an opportunity to build yourself back to a place that makes you feel really good. And you have an opportunity to show a lot of people that they can do it as well, right? Because they can't deny the fact that, and I deny because I've known you for fucking years now, like you really do deal with some shit. And like a lot of people do to different degrees. And now you're able to show people that if you can do it, they can do it. And that's a beautiful thing. And at the end of the day, man, fuck this other shit. Fuck money. Fuck success. Fuck what are you doing for other people in your life? You have a platform to do that for fucking thousands, hundreds, thousands, millions, whatever, people who are going to watch you over time. That's what life is about. It's not just about being the biggest fucking streamer on a platform, making the most money and fucking view botting your shit, whatever the fuck it is. All that shit is insignificant. The thing that really matters is what you're doing for other people, bro. And now you have an opportunity to go through that and show other people that they can do it too.
They said, how are you going to save Neon? This G1 Fousey ain't saving nobody. He trying to save himself right now. I hear you, Brad.
That's it, bro. So do that. And they're going to see your progress and see where you go from and where you go. And the reality is you're going to make some of these kids and you think, man, maybe I could do that. Maybe I can get this bullshit that I thought I couldn't get through. I know that motherfucker has issues and he still got through it. That's the reality, bro. Fuck everything else.
I hear you.